Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Sexy Chef. Tonight, after you've poured yourself a nice glass of wine, you can sit down and relax because you know that this dinner is going to be amazing. Tonight, what we're making is 2 tilapia fillets with a marinara and basil sauce over top with a side of pasta. What I did is I started boiling some water over here a few minutes ago. Since this is already boiling, what we're going to do is take your choice of pasta, and tonight I'm making enough for 2 people. So I'm going to put in about a little less than half of this box because remember I'm mixing this with vegetables, so you don't want to make too much. And I've already salted this, so remember you want to salt it, but I've already done so. So you want to let that boil about 8 to 9 minutes. Remember, you want it al dente, you don't want it overcooked. So next I'm going to start working on my sauce. So I'm going to take a little piece of onion and I'm going to chop this up into small pieces. And remember, you're putting this in the food processor, so it doesn't have to be too perfect or small. Tonight I have some fresh garlic, so I'm just going to give it a smash. And I'm just going to peel off this outer coating. Fresh garlic is really great. I absolutely love to use it. So I'm just going to give this garlic a rough chop because again it's going to go in the food processor. And this is a little mini food processor for when you're just cooking for maybe 1 or 2 people and you want to use it. And I just have a can of crushed tomatoes. I'm going to add some into there just like that. Now, as you can see, I have this beautiful fresh basil plant. And I have lots of really big leaves. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick off some of the bigger leaves, place them right in there, because basil is so delicious and it makes this fish taste so good. It is unbelievable. Now that we have all of our basil in here, I'm going to put the lid on, lock it into place, and I'm going to put my hand over it because there's a little hole here, and sometimes when I overfill it, like it kind of did, it flies out. And I don't really like to get crap all over me. So I'm just going to grind it. Before I pour all of this in here, I'm going to add just a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of it. Because let's face it, everything tastes better with olive oil. Careful that you don't get it all over yourself. This smells and looks absolutely sensational. I'm going to put this on the back burner right there. I'm going to put it on high heat. I'm going to add some salt, a little tiny bit of crushed red pepper, and I'm going to add some pepper. While I'm over here, I'm going to give my pasta a stir. It's looking good.
Look at it.
And guess what? Dinner's halfway done. And I've only been cooking for like 5 minutes. It's wonderful. And I'm going to start working on this onion right here. Now this onion's going to get mixed in with the vegetables. So I'm going to use the whole thing. I'm going to slice it down the middle. Peel off all the outer layer. So I'm just going to give this onion a pretty rough chop because when it's mixed with other vegetables, I like to be able to still see and taste the onion, so I like to do it pretty thick. If I was mixing this in sauce, I'd probably want to cut this smaller, but again, because it's going to be a prominent feature in the rest of my vegetable medley, I like to keep it big. So I'm going to take this onion and I'm going to place it in my large pot like this. And I'm going to add some olive oil, just like that. This is on high for now. I'm going to start sauteing this. I'm going to put a cover on my sauce because I don't want it to fly all over me. And I'm going to let that cook on medium-low so it gets all nice and warm. So my pasta's ready. I just looked at it. It looks like it's done. It doesn't look overcooked. I just tried it. It's a little bit, it has a bite to it, but it's definitely not undercooked. It's perfectly al dente. So I'm going to drain my pasta over here. So these look like they are getting really nice and sauteed. So now I think I'm ready to add in my vegetables. So what I like with this dish is fiesta style vegetables. Not only does it have broccoli and carrots in it, but it also has some kidney beans and some other white beans. And it has some peas in it. It's actually really delicious and I enjoy it a lot with this meal. So I'm going to dump that in just like that. And what I'm going to do is add some red pepper. I'm going to add some black pepper. I'm going to add some garlic powder. Some salt, of course. And I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil just so it all mixes together. And this also has some red peppers in it. It's really actually one of my favorite varieties of frozen vegetables. I added my pasta shortly so all the flavors can get together, but I do want to cook this just a little bit more before I add in the pasta. So while that's cooking, I'm going to turn down my sauce because I can already hear it bubbling. And I'm just going to give this a nice stir and see this beautiful red color that it has. It looks absolutely delicious. So now I'm going to add my pasta in with the rest of the vegetables, and I'm also going to start cooking my lovely tilapia fillets. I'm going to dump the pasta in just like that, and I'm going to give it a nice mix. All those bright colors look so good. Now what I'm going to do is add some more olive oil, go figure, to this nice pan here. What you want to do is go like this so the olive oil gets all around the pan. I'm going to coat the entire bottom of the pan. I'm going to turn this on to about medium-high heat. And I'm just going to add my tilapia fillets right in the bottom. Again, I'm going to add some black pepper, just a little bit. I'm going to add some garlic powder. I'm going to add just a little tiny bit of crushed red pepper. And I'm going to add a little bit of salt. Perfect. I'm going to get my nifty little cover, which isn't going to overcook the fish, but it won't let all the oil splatter on me. And I'm going to let that cook until it starts to saute. And I think by the time the fish is done, all of this will be done, and the sauce will be done, and it'll be dinner time, and I'm so excited because I'm starving. So what I did, we're almost done with this fabulous dinner. The fish is almost cooked, and we're going to give it a quick flip, but what I did is turn the heat down a little bit before I flip it, so it's not scalding hot and I don't get burnt with the oil. So I'm going to lift up this cover very carefully. See, my fish is pretty much cooked all the way through, but I want to give it a nice saute on the other side as well. So I'm going to give that a quick flip. So let's give this pasta another stir. It's looking really yummy. Let me give my sauce a quick look. Looking good. It's boiling away. I'm going to give that a quick stir. I'm pretty hungry. So first, let's turn everything on the stove off because we don't want to cause any fires. That's not a good idea. While that fish is cooling down, I'm going to take a scoop of the pasta, or two. Looks great. Take this and just take a piece of fish and place it right down. Is to take some of this delicious sauce and put it right over top of the fish. So there you have it. It's another Sexy Chef meal. It's quick, it's simple, it's healthy, it's delicious and beautiful, all in less than 20 minutes to a half hour. You have dinner on the table, no stress, no fuss, no worry, because guess what? Cooking is fun again. I'll see you next week, and bon appetit.